You know, in the past,
Mm-hmm.
poets were at a
Mm-hmm.
higher level
Mm-hmm.
in society, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
They were real artists with words.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where the modern poets are. Sometimes there seems to be so much in terms of media with
Mm-hmm.
different types of arts and music and writing and subcultures. I don't know, maybe they're all on Facebook or something. I don't know where they are, right? I don't know. There's a Facebook group for everything. There was a lot more thought, that thinking that went
Mm-hmm.
into that element of creativity. Do you know what killed it? I'll tell you what killed it. I'll tell you what killed creativity. Creativity was killed when creativity was killed when the government got involved. That's what happened. The poets and artists and priests were challenged in the past to survive in an independent environment, a so-called semi-free market with no government involvement. When government got involved and started sponsoring art and artists and even churches through charities and charitable status,
Mm-hmm.
things began to change. The focus of the work began to change. And now it seems to me very much that these groups that were once free thinking and creative and rebellious are now all in the pocket of the government because they function only in government sponsored systems, in government sponsored education, in government sponsored universities, in government sponsored galleries and museums. And you can't really rebel against the system if the system is your sponsor.
Yes, of course.
And it's the same for musicians as well.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 20, 30 years ago, a lot of musicians would create music which challenged ideas and made people think. Well, that's just disappeared. Now, nobody
Mm-hmm.
is,
Mm-hmm.
from my perspective, nobody is challenging anything. No, not really challenging. I mean, they will follow the political agenda and talk about what they are told to talk about, but they never or very rarely challenge the system. In fact, I know someone recently who challenged the system, and I know two people, two music artists recently who challenged the system, and their music videos were deleted from the online platforms because they challenged the system.
Mm-hmm.
And it's art, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's art, and the system doesn't want art that challenges the system at all.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's it's quite frightening, and people don't want to talk about it. No, nobody will talk about it. You won't hear it on the radio. You won't see it on television. You won't read about it in
Mm-hmm.
magazines. And you know, maybe once a month there'll be a little bit in the newspaper about
Mm-hmm.
the other opinion, the other side of
Yeah.
things.
Mm-hmm.
But there's really not any pushback, and the reason is that people are scared and they are
Mm-hmm.
they are told very much what to what to produce. I mean, how can you become a great poet if you spend all your time in a government school? I mean, you can't, because the whole point of poetry is to show some kind of
Mm,
flexibility and to 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 use language to challenge people's thinking. It does exist in some places, but there's much more low quality work than
mm,
than than
correct.
there is
Right, yes. Mm-hmm.
than there is high quality work. Look at children's books, right?
Mm.
The children's books are all pictures. Pictures are nice, but words are
Mm.
words, you know?
Yes.
Right? Children's books are just they're
Mm.
they're 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 really art books full of nice pictures. They don't really have many words in them. Look at children's books from
Mm.
40, 50, 60 years ago. There were no pictures in the children's books. There were stories with words.
Mm-hmm.
And the children had to use their imagination to think about who the characters were and what they were doing. Now the books are all
Mm-hmm.
full of pictures that tell the story. You don't need the words at all. And don't get me wrong, the pictures can be very nice, but it's not the point. The point is you want your children to learn to read, and that's not done with pictures. Pictures are your introduction to the topic, but they're not the topic.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And put a picture on the cover, yes, but
Mm-hmm.
but after that it should be up to the imagination of the person, and the quality of that has definitely gone down. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Pop music is nothing but
Mm-hmm.
shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's all the same. It's all the same. Uh, every now and then there's a good song, but considering the amount of music that's produced worldwide, there is going to be a good song every now and then because there's such a
Mm-hmm.
huge volume of it produced. But and more people have access to it, which is good. Um, but it it's sad to see that we kind of have. I think we kind of have sort of an empty period right now where where
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like I said, I give you like examples of, there's two artists I know who got their work deleted from the internet because it challenged the system. What is it? Which is crazy because that means the system is scared.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because if you're intelligent and you think you have a good argument, then you talk with people, you communicate, you debate, you present ideas.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't, then you resort to some other method of controlling the situation. So um, it's it's interesting to see that normalized, and it's wrong to see it um,
Mm-hmm.
normalized. And everybody, it's like the LinkedIn stuff with business. It's that gets on my nerves because everything is so fantastic and wonderful and amazing, and it's not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's not. People are only talking about positive things, which doesn't move society forward because you've got to be a little bit critical of things that are going on, and people are frightened of the criticism. I keep waiting for my online accounts to be deleted, but Hasn't happened yet, but we will see. We, we will see. But everybody is where it's all going is everybody is now self-censoring, which is
Mhm.
really bad. People have
Mhm.
things they want to say, but they don't say it because
Mhm.
of they they, they don't want the problems that will happen if they say what they think.
Mhm.
And that's understandable because who wants problems? Nobody wants problems, right? But self-censorship is the worst kind of censorship because people don't ever see what's real. If you can't
Mhm.
say what's in your head, then it stays in your
Mhm.
head, and then it becomes a problem. So, um, so self-censorship is not a good place to be, which is part of where we are right now, and
Mhm.
that's not good in terms of media, and
Mhm.
and, and everybody is self-censoring to a certain extent. Yeah, everyone is doing it. Um, Sad, really. It's sad when people can't go onto social media and say exactly what they think or tell what they know. I've got videos on my desktop that if I put them on my YouTube channel, I will have no
Mhm.
YouTube channel tomorrow. Okay? I've got presentations. I've got medical presentations by doctors on
Mhm.
my desktop. And if I put these presentations on any social media platform,
Mhm.
I will not have any social media platform tomorrow if I put them on. My accounts will be deleted instantly.
Yeah.
Right? I can tell you that for a fact.
Mhm.
So if I have that problem, what problem do other people have, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, if I've got things that I know that I can't share with people because I'll lose my platform.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Misinformation, really? Really?
Mhm.
Who decides?
Mhm.
Who
That is
decides what's
yeah.
real? Who decides what's true?
Mhm. Mhm.
Uh, no, really. My friend sent me some videos and I watched them and I'm like, I want to share them, but I'll lose my platform if I share them. It's crazy.
Mhm.